Okay, in the last video you saw us cutting up all the plastic. Here it is. Here we got, a box full of it. 4.5" by 4.5" by 1/8 thick plastic, plexiglass, however you want to call it. We cut it up over Sharon and Jim's place, and it was a big help with their fancy saw. Cut it up beautifully. Cut them, the whole stack of them at once. It was really cool. And now I'm gluing them in. And I found the only way to do it is just to glue them in. And we're using this glue. It's called E6000. This is what they recommend. I got this, believe it or not, at AC Moore. But I've heard of it before. It's supposed to be a good glue for doing this. It's a little bit, stays a little flexible. And as you know, I've been using and I mentioned this before, that we're using a smoked color. It's a gray. It's not clear. It makes no sense to me to put a clear piece of plastic in there and you can still see through it and not see any seats or people in there. So kind of makes it look a little bit more realistic, I think. And we'll see what the end result is when we're done, when we get it actually out on the track. But I just feel it looks a little bit better than, it gives the illusion there is a glass there. If you put clear there, you're not going to see it. It's going to get all scratched and everything probably in the future. So this way here, if it gets scratched, you're not going to see it as much, I think. So we'll see how it works out. My main concern is making sure that this glue is going to hold this stuff. Now, I've used different kinds of glue, contact glue, all different kinds of glue, and it's not flexible. As the car goes down the track, it twists a little bit like this, and it kind of puts a twist in the metal, and it pops the windows off. So we'll see how it works. At one time I had this idea that I was going to put little clips on here, and that requires tapping it and putting a little clip there, making the clips, or I was going to use mirror, little clips they have for a mirror, put one on each corner or something to hold it on. Just another job, another tapped hole you had to put in there, another problem. I thought, well, maybe I'll glue them in and see how. So far, looks pretty good. I'm keeping the, I peel off the one piece of plastic, paper rather. There's paper on both sides. A little bit tough to get off, but what I've been doing, I come up with an idea here, and I was trying to get it centered in the window because it's 1/4 inch bigger all the way around than the opening. And I was marking it and trying to mark this, and I come up with, if I put a light below it, I could see the space all around and just make sure it's even, and that's it. In fact, I think you can see it over here in this camera. Now what I do is I take this E6000 glue with a paintbrush. I just smear a little bit on the edges all the way around. Just be careful with it because you don't want to get it in the center. And you can probably use a stick to do this. You don't have to have a paintbrush. I can see the glue's already hardening up on the paintbrush to begin with. So, from the ones I just previously did. So I'm trying to just put it on sparingly so it doesn't squish out and show in the window frame. Now maybe I can cut it when it's done. If some of it does squish out a little bit past and you see it, maybe I can cut it. That's a tough one, man. I got no fingernails. I don't bite my fingernails, but I don't have. Peel off the paper. Throw it in the bucket. And just take the glue, push some out, and just go around. I'm probably going to wind up using a stick on this because the paintbrush is just kind of hardening up here. I think I'm going to go get some acetone. That's what I can smell the acetone in it, and that's just nothing more than shoe polish, not shoe polish, and fingernail polish is acetone. Okay, a quick break. And the brush was getting kind of nasty, so went down to a little bodega down the street here, 3-4 doors down, and I got a bottle of nail polish remover, which is, believe it or not, acetone. Remember that. It's the best thing. And by the way, the best thing for removing bolts is 50% acetone and 50% transmission fluid. Give it a try. Works better than any liquid wrench. But clean up the brush now and it's going to work a little bit better. And the light underneath here, the light showing through is working out pretty good. It's I'm able to see what's going on. I gotta get this paper off of here. I'm gonna get the one side glue, let it stay overnight, and then flip it over to the other side tomorrow. And that should give enough time. I want to try to get this car to the Railroad Club on Saturday, which of course we'll have a video out there for it. And the real final installment on the videos will be when we actually try the car when we're running the locomotive. Now, that's not going to take place for probably the middle of May. And by the way, I'm going to attempt to put this. Jim happened to have a piece of milk colored glass, and one of the windows in every car is a toilet window. So I thought I'd put this in there to represent the toilet. I might not like it when I see it all done, so I might wind up trying to take a piece of clear stuff and dust blast it, bead blast it to give it a frost look. It might look a little bit better. I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet, and we'll see how it looks. I'll do that one last. All right. We'll just keep continuing to do that all the way down the car. And I'll finish up those windows. And then we'll be all set to go. I'll do the other side tomorrow. Touch up the car, a little paint here and there, chips and whatnot. A little black paint, this and that. It's going to get all beat up anyway, so do the best you can. And my main concern is seeing if those brakes work, and I think they will. So I guess we'll see you then when we get this out to the PLS on Saturday, which is today is Wednesday, so 2 more days. Tomorrow's St. Patty's Day. And hope you enjoyed all my videos. Just recently I accidentally deleted them all, but I'm getting them all back and I'm grouping them together, and I'm eliminating a few that weren't too popular. So got about 65 of them back up. So I'm doing okay. I'm grouping them into different types of groups and categorizing them and getting them in folders so I could find them easily. Okay. That's it for now.